people don't associate like mental illness or mental problems with having like no confidence, but it's literally that simple. Like I felt so like that was like one of the lowest points in my life just because I looked horrible. Like it just proves how much society puts pressure on people to look a certain way.
Dr. Greg Johnston argues that society's expectation of women is different than society's expectation of men.
Yeah, I think that our expectations as a society are different for men and women in terms of beauty. I think having to live up to an expectation of perfection is incredible, and I think those are different expectations for men and women. I'm not diminishing one gender over another. I think it's a challenge for both, but I do feel like females have a different societal expectation of beauty and what it means to live up to that expectation. The reality is it's not even real, the expectation they're putting out there. It's kind of a photoshopped version of beauty.
Jane Harkness, a blogger who has suffered from acne, says that social media has played a role in setting expectations. But it isn't just the models and influencers setting those expectations.
I remember I got on Instagram in college, and that one, like, I didn't realize, like, this is probably, like, fairly naive of me to think. I didn't realize that, like, normal people, like, not models or, like, people who made money off Instagram, just everyday people would edit their own photos so much on Instagram. It was a question of how authentic really is, like, any given post.
Elena Sanchez has also suffered from acne and says society paints a picture depicting acne as not beautiful.
Because society paints this picture, right, that clear skin means beauty. So if you don't have clear skin, there's that connection that you're not beautiful. When you hear that all the time or you see that all the time, naturally it's easy to believe that yourself, or you have that message now internally. And so struggling to look in the mirror and tell myself that I was still beautiful even though I was going through this transition, that was challenging.
She says she, like most women, would cover her acne with makeup to try to meet society's standard of beauty.
I tried to cover it up. Yeah, I definitely tried to cover it up, which was interesting because you think that might be making it worse, right? Causing more irritation to the skin too. But it was the fear of being judged by it and not feeling pretty and confident in yourself.
Johnston says acne can have the same impact on men and women, but he believes that the expectations placed on women can create greater emotional conflict.
The impact on young men versus young women, the impact is the same in how it's impacting themselves. If they internalize that as this is a negative, then I'm not attractive or I'm not worthy of being loved, or whatever the case may be, it's going to have the same impact on their core belief about themselves. It feels like the expectations are higher for one gender than the other. It's just my opinion on that. And that the higher the expectations, when we aren't able to live up to that, the greater the disconnect between what I see as my ideal versus what I see as where I'm at. And the key thing is to remember, we're talking about an ideal, we're not talking about perfection. Perfection is not attainable. Ideal is the person that I want to be. Well, when that's heavily influenced by external factors, and I'm looking at a standard of beauty that's I'm not able to achieve, but really the people who are even modeling that aren't even that beautiful, then that's going to create emotional conflict for sure.